When it seems that Barcelona has already endured every possible drama and scandal, fate throws in new challenges. The rescheduled match against Osasuna could result in lost points, and a real transfer intrigue is unfolding around Frenkie de Jong and Sandro Tonali. Against this backdrop, Dani Alves' return and his major legal victory force us to look at the club's life from a completely new perspective. What is really happening with Barca, and how far can these twists go? Barcelona and Osasuna were initially not eager to play the rescheduled match, and the reasons were more than valid. For example, Rafinha had just played for Brazil against Argentina a couple of days earlier and was physically unable to take the field. Both teams tried to secure a new date, but La Liga insisted, play here and now. The Catalans had to look for options without their main winger. Hansi Flick decided to turn to Gavi's ideas. He put Gavi on the left wing of the attack. Gavi regularly moved into the center and created interesting combinations with Pedri, Olmo, and Torres. It looked not only beautiful, but truly dangerous. Balde, who was entrusted with the left flank, unexpectedly revealed himself in attack, especially in the episode where his low cross was finished off by Ferran Torres, opening the score. The second goal was scored by Dani Olmo from the penalty spot, though not on the first try. Initially, the goalkeeper saved the shot, but the referee ordered a retake. One of Osasuna's players had entered the penalty area before the kick. A rare situation, to say the least, Lamine. Yamal deserves special mention. He once again delivered a fantastic performance, even though he had played 120 minutes for Spain just a few days earlier. It's astonishing how he manages to stay in rhythm and avoid injuries. The young winger fights for every moment as if it were a Champions League final. In one instance, with the score already 3-0, he lost the ball, immediately pressed, won it back, and made a brilliant pass to Pau Victor, who unfortunately failed to convert the one-on-one. Yes, Barca confidently won 3-0 and moved to the top of the table. However, the result of the match may be overturned. The reason is Iñigo Martínez. He took the field despite not formally having the right to play. According to Article 5 of FIFA regulations, a player who missed national team duty for medical reasons is not allowed to play for his club within 5 days of the last national team match. Martínez did not join the national team, was not examined by doctors, and yet was excluded from the squad for medical reasons. Spain's last national team match was on March 23rd, and the game against Osasuna took place on the 27th, meaning the required 5 days had not passed. Osasuna filed an official complaint demanding a technical victory. Barcelona remains calm and confident that everything will be resolved. But if the team ends up losing 3 points, especially in such a tight title race, it could be a serious blow and possibly a fatal mistake by the club's management. Catalan media surprised everyone today with headlines. Barcelona is seriously considering the signing of Sandro Tonali. While at first glance this might seem like an unexpected move, there's a fairly logical strategy behind it. According to sources, the potential transfer fee could be around $60 million. The transfer-marked portal values the Newcastle midfielder lower, at $45 million. But the English club has no intention of letting him go for less. It's also worth noting that Tonali's recent off-field issues, particularly his suspension, may have affected his current market value. Nevertheless, Barca's interest in the Italian suggests the club sees him as a potential replacement in the event of Frenkie de Jong's departure. Amid this interest, another important update emerged. Barcelona and de Jong have begun talks about extending his contract. However, the tone of these negotiations clearly favors the club. The Catalans want to fix a release clause within the player's market value. The reported range is between $50 and $80 million, and judging by past experience, such as with Ousmane Dembélé, this story could end with Frenkie leaving in the summer for the release clause amount, while the club lets him go, having a ready replacement in place. Scenario where Tonali replaces de Jong seems entirely realistic. Moreover, the Italian's qualities could fit very naturally into Barcelona's playing structure. He's long been referred to as the new Pirlo for a reason. He has a wide skill set, can dictate the game, reads the field excellently, and contributes both defensively and offensively. Of course, ideally, Hansi Flick would probably want to keep both players. But given the ongoing tension between the club and Frenkie, with long-standing rumors about salary cuts and a possible sale, it's unlikely that the player is motivated to stay. That's why bringing in Tonali could be not only a smart replacement, but a strategic long-term upgrade. And if the clubs actually consider a swap, given the similar valuations of both players, this deal could turn out to be mutually beneficial. And finally, I want to tell you about one legendary former Barcelona player. Story of Dani Alves, one of the most iconic figures in the club's history, has taken an unexpected turn. As a reminder, in March 2024, he was found guilty of rape and sentenced to 4.5 years in prison, along with a 5-year suspended sentence. After filing an appeal and undergoing several legal procedures, the former footballer was released on bail after spending 14 months behind bars. And now, the resolution. The Supreme Court of Catalonia reviewed the case and completely overturned the lower court's verdict, citing insufficient evidence. A panel of 4 judges concluded that the original ruling was based on contradictory facts and contained gaps and inaccuracies. In their opinion, key elements of the case, including the woman's testimony and forensic evidence, were not properly evaluated. The judges paid special attention to surveillance footage, which showed the alleged victim voluntarily accompanying Alves to the restroom area. This detail became one of the decisive factors in the final ruling. Appeals by the prosecution, which sought to increase the sentence to 9 years, and by the accuser's side, demanding 12 years, were both dismissed. Dani's lawyer Inés Guardiola stated after the hearing, "Justice has prevailed. He is not guilty, and that has finally been officially recognized. We are happy and incredibly relieved." This story, however, is not unique. Similar cases have occurred in modern football, for instance with Theo Hernandez. But the fact that Dani Alves had to spend over a year in prison to prove his innocence already speaks volumes about the scale of the ordeal he went through. Now, the former defender has decided not to stay silent. According to Spanish media, Alves has already founded a company focused on protecting the image and interests of athletes, apparently based on his own experience. Interestingly, reports of this initiative appeared even before his final acquittal, showing the player's belief in his innocence and determination to move forward. As for his future, talks of Alves returning to Barcelona are becoming more frequent, this time as a coach or a staff member. It's not yet clear what role he might take at the club, but one thing is certain. Dani has no intention of disappearing from the football scene. The situation around Barcelona is increasingly beginning to resemble a gripping drama series with unpredictable twists. A points battle that may turn into legal turmoil, transfer news that creates a domino effect, and club legends suddenly stepping back into the spotlight. Whether it all remains speculation and heated discussion, or leads to real changes in the squad, time will tell. One thing is clear. Barça continues to remind the world of its presence by keeping fans on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next, even more shocking episode. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and be sure to watch our previous video. It just appeared before your eyes right now. See you. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye.